Well, good morning again. My name is Henry Baskins. I'm with the Columbia Chamber. I'm the executive vice president here. And what my role is today is to help with an introduction to what I feel is a fantastic program. We have quite a few interests in the Midlands in this program. This is an information session about this program, and this program's name is the Midlands Minority Business Accelerator. This session we're having today is to talk to you about that program, ask you to give some consideration about participating in that program. But not only that, you may notice that we have some community partners with us as well. So it's not just to introduce you to the program, but to let you know that this is a community effort. Our community is interested in the growth and maturity and prosperity of minority businesses in our region. I'm excited about what we have coming down the pipe for you and can't wait to see some of your applications coming through. One of the things I want to do is to make sure I recognize our sponsor for this event. Our sponsor, the presenting sponsor for this program is Bank of America. Bank of America stepped up and said, can you guys get together and form a statewide program? And of course, we said yes. I'll give you a little bit of a background on that. I'm going to share my screen just a little bit with you. The Greenville Chamber has been doing this program for almost 10 years. Well, 9 years to be exact. And Greenville saw so much success with it. Yes, it started small, but they really have a fantastic program going on now. And Bank of America talked with us about a statewide program. And we decided that Greenville had such a great program going, there was no need to reinvent the wheel. And when I say we, it's the Charleston Chamber and the Columbia Chamber. We both let Bank of America know, yes, we would love to form a statewide program. We got together with the Greenville Chamber. They were generous, more than generous, in sharing their information and their time with us. Of course, we're going to tweak programs as needed to fit the schedules of people in the different areas. But believe me, the success of the program that's been demonstrated in Greenville lets me know that we're on the right track. As I said, and we want to really thank Bank of America for their sponsorship and their leadership for understanding that minority businesses is worthy of being brought to the forefront in the economic development of our region. And speaking of Bank of America, I would like to also talk about our board. Bank of America have representatives on our board, but I would like to talk about the leadership of our board. Our board, when we first brought this to our board, was excited by it. They gave us gung-ho, yes, go ahead with it. And in doing so, we had a champion to step forward. And that's Karen R. Jenkins, and Karen is CEO of KRJ Consulting. Karen is with us today, and she is also on our executive team with the Chamber. As a small business owner, as a minority, as an executive leader in the community, Karen is one that would be a great role model for the business going through this program. But also, Karen has experience with going through programs similar to this. So Karen, I'm going to turn it over to you, and I want to thank you up front, Karen, for all you do for us.
Thank you, Henry, and welcome to everybody on the call. I'm just honored to be here and excited about participating in this program. For those of you who know me from Columbia, I've been in business for myself since 2007, not by my choice. I got laid off but it's been a blessing ever since. I had the opportunity, I applied for a program. It was called the Small Business Administration's Emerging Leader Program. It was based in Charlotte, North Carolina. And the program, the program that they utilized or leveraged was Enterprise. It was a phenomenal program, and I felt that there was a need for us to bring that to Columbia, because I had to drive to Charlotte twice a month to go and participate in a program that I felt was phenomenal, helped me tremendously. I walked away with a 3-year growth plan that I've applied and proven to be very successful. But I didn't think that it was right that the people in South Carolina, the small businesses in South Carolina, did not have access to it unless they traveled outside of the state. They did bring eventually, after request, and I made them myself personally, they did bring the Emerging Leader Program to South Carolina, but again, not to Columbia. So when I heard that we had an opportunity to bring this program through the chamber, I was elated, because I can tell you from first experience, this is something that small businesses need. Small businesses don't know what they don't know. I will tell you that when you have a gift or a passion and you decide to put that passion to work, and it is laying concrete or providing a service or whatever, that is 35% of running a business. There's a whole 65% that most people don't know about because we've never been employed for ourselves. This program fills those gaps. I'm excited that we're working with, and the chamber has committed to fulfilling a need that not only brings small businesses together, but also brings the community together. I think I've shared this in the last meeting. We tend to work in silos. The chamber has the opportunity to partner with all of the other service providers, large businesses, small businesses, and create a more efficient and inclusive ecosystem. And this, I think, is the great platform to do that. So I hope that you guys listen to the presentation today, learn what we're offering, and be prepared, because we're on a very short time frame that Henry will share with you. But we look forward to hearing from you guys that are interested in participating. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you very much, Karen. I appreciate that greatly. We have 28 participants online right now. So what I'm going to do, I think we have enough time for introductions. I'm going to look at the chat and call the names that's listed out on the chat here. You've heard from Karen. Alan Brown, would you give us your company, whether you're a partner or you plan to be a participant?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alan Brown. I am a Midlands coordinator and business consultant for the Columbia Area Small Business Development Center. Henry, as you requested, I am a partner for this program. I also have a colleague on the call today that when you call in, she'll talk about what she does, but she'll be the primary point of contact for us through this program here in the Columbia Area SBDC. I look forward to working with you all, and I'm excited about this program, as Karen has already stated. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Andrea Hampton.
Yes, my name is Andrea Hampton with Preparation Meets Opportunity nurse staffing firm here in Columbia, South Carolina. I was actually invited by my employee attorney to join this this webinar, and I'm excited that, you know, the ecosystem is starting to flourish, and South Carolina needs this today. And there's a lot of talent that South Carolina has, and South Carolina has lost some talent to other cities and other states. But I think the start of what's going on with this program is going to start some talent staying within South Carolina, and I'm looking to participate.
Thank you, Andrea. Anita Garrett.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry I have to be off screen at the moment, but thank you for the opportunity to say hello. I am a partner at the Weathers Group headquartered in Columbia and founder of Women Engaged in Resolutions to Other Businesses. I am a supporter and an actual graduate of the Greenville MBA program. So I, like Karen and Henry, are extremely excited to see this program coming to Columbia because I had to make that drive to attend the classes several years ago. But I can't speak highly enough about what NRISE and the MBA program were able to provide for our business. And that's a business that's been around for a while. It was still very useful information. So whether you're just getting started or looking to go to the next level, I'm glad to see it here.
Fantastic. Thank you. Betty Parker.
Good morning. Hello, everybody. I'm Betty Parker. I'm the owner of Sharper Development Solutions. We're a training and development company here in Columbia, been in existence for about 15 and a half years. And I'm a lifelong learner, so I was really excited when Lacenta invited me to be a part of this, this information session, and I'm eager to hear more about it. And hello, Karen Jenkins, because Karen's been, whether she knows it or not, she's been a mentor of mine for quite some years now. And these ladies are hugely successful, as well as Anita. Hey, Anita.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Betty, thank you for joining us.
Chuck Whipple.
Good morning. Again, my name is Chuck Whipple. I'm the Executive Director of the Midlands Technical College Enterprise Campus Authority. We're responsible for a next stage business accelerator, and we recruit companies to a 100-acre industrial park that the college currently operates in the Northeast campus. And I'm a partner.
Thank you. And we are a strong partner in many ways with Midlands Technical College. Thank you. Thank you, Chuck.
A pleasure.
David Belton.
Good morning, everyone. I'm David Belton with the Dow Knight Company PC. We're a full-service CPA and consulting firm. I'm a partner with the Chamber, and this program supported highly being a listening ear for clients that I have that reach criteria, and also just to learn to help my community and colleagues. That's what I have this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. D. Bell Williams. I'll come back to D. Denise Jackson.
Good morning, everyone. I came on here because I saw the advertisement on Miss Ellis' page, and I haven't been involved in anything like this. I don't really meet the criteria that you all have, but I was wanting to, get more involved in the community and things of that nature. And I saw it, and so I decided to just hop on and see what it's all about. So I don't have a big background or anything, but I just wanted to get involved some kind of way.
Well, D, don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out yet. It is
Yes,
a
ma'am.
process.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
D. Bell Williams.
Hi. Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, Miss Henry, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing well. I kind of was listening in. I'm multitasking this morning, but I didn't want to miss this meeting. I spoke with Carl maybe a few months ago, and he did tell me that this particular program was actually coming to the chamber. And so when I saw that it was here, I said I wanted to kind of peek in and just kind of know exactly like what the framework was and what was going on with it. So just to introduce myself to everybody, because I think that's what it sounds like we were doing. I'm Dr. D. Bell Williams. I'm the owner and founder of Dr. D Unlimited Education Consulting and Company. I literally travel the globe training educators, business leaders, and community leaders from my culture-focused framework. And I'm teaching leadership development, professional development, and also I help those that are interested in building courses from their work to create online courses and online course systems. And so that's the work that I do. I'm located here in Columbia, South Carolina, and I'm super excited to learn more about, what the Minority Business Accelerator will do for those of us, of course, who are Black business owners. So that's a bit about me. And I'm here to listen to everybody else and learn from everybody as well.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Debbie Shadell.
Oops. Hello, everybody. My name is Debbie Shadle, and I'm here at Femex Columbia with Nell, who owns the female co-working space. My company is called Flock and Rally. We're a full service integrated marketing communications agency that's been around for 11 years. We recently hired an executive vice president about a year ago, and that has really opened up some opportunities and challenges. And so I'm interested in the next level of me being more focused on the business and growth and future opportunities. So I'm excited to be here.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Dr. Jay Aiken.
We bless you this morning, and I apologize that I'm not able to share my screen, but we greet you with a warm welcome this morning. I am Dr. Jay Aiken, and I am with Eagle Dove One Solutions, and I work along with several other partners and on two different levels. My first level is with Plans Unlimited Construction, and I work as their community coordinator. And then it's with Eagle Dove One Solutions, which is a personal company of mine. But here today, I'm visiting you all to just get an overview of the program. I have not been involved, and I'm looking forward to participation inside of the business. So thank you so much for this opportunity today.
Well, thank you for joining us. I have someone listed as Galaxy A02S. Okay, we'll come back if you care to share. Lakeisha Darby.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm calling from Columbia Airport. I was invited by Mike Gula, my airport director.
Okay, yes. Well, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Lonnie Jimmy Jarvis. Okay, if Lonnie would care to share later, we'll come back. Lynn Hutto. Can't hear you, Lynn.
I'm sorry, it's focused on the video. Good morning, everybody. I am Lynn
morning.
Hutto, and I am the owner and primary in LIH Consulting, which is a human resource management logistical consulting organization. And I am been involved with the chamber for quite a while, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to offer, and looking forward to seeing the program thrive. And I'll be doing everything I can in the background to help see that it succeeds. And I just welcome everybody.
Thank you, Lynn. Monique Priester.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I am a partner, and I'm really excited about being able to roll out this program here in the Columbia Midlands area. I am with the Small Business Development Center here in Columbia, and I actually support the state of South Carolina through the Minority Business Development arm of what we do. And the really exciting part about our partnership in Greenville and Charleston and here in Columbia is that we have actually developed a program for small businesses that may not meet the criteria of MBA. So if you're not quite there yet, we actually developed a program which has very successfully fed into the Greenville Chamber MBA program. And so we're looking to replicate that. As Henry said, we're going to replicate that here in Columbia. And it's called Entrepreneurial Pathways. And so, Ms. Jackson, you were mentioning earlier that you're not quite where you think you need to be to qualify for MBA. And so we are here to kind of help and support that effort. And so I'll be able to talk a little bit more about the Entrepreneur Pathways program. So as I said, we're all excited. The team is very excited. And Henry, we look forward to the partnership.
I do too. Thank you very much, Monique. Darius Johnson.
Good morning, guys. How's
morning.
everybody? Hope everything's well with everybody. Happy Friday, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'm a small business owner here in Columbia, and one of my goals going into this year as well as 2022 is to stay connected as much as possible and to access as many resources as possible as a small business owner. That's a great way to expose your business and just let others know what you have to offer in the world of small business owners. So good morning, everybody, and I'm looking forward to gaining some info and gaining some knowledge from everybody on this call.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Nigel Rogers.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Nigel Rogers. I'm an independent rental car agency here in Columbia, South Carolina. Worked with Enterprise for 10 years and decided to branch off and start my own business.
Oh.
So I have 15 rental cars here in Columbia. Everything's brand new, from economy cars all the way up to mid-size SUVs. I'm looking to network here and partner with you guys and take this business to the next level.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
thank you for joining us.
Yes, ma'am.
Nate Abraham.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nate Abraham. I'm the owner and publisher of the Carolina Panorama newspaper. And we've, over the decades, we publicized all of the some of the businesses that are here in the community. And we look forward to partnering again with the Chamber to publicize this and the other programs that they have to bolster the growth of minority-owned businesses.
Thank you, Nate. Nate has been a great partner. Regine Rucker.
Good morning, Regine Rucker, participating as a potential participant in the program. I am interested and have several business ideas. So using this opportunity to learn a little bit more about what resources are available to do that.
Thank you. Thank you for participating. Suban Treese, and hopefully I didn't butcher your name, Suban.
No, you got it right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Suban Treese. I'm the sales and marketing manager for SGRX. We're a pharmacy benefit management company. We have a nationwide pharmacy network, and we're celebrating our 20th year this year in business. And I'm sitting in for our CEO, Ime Ekpenyong. And we are members of the Columbia Chamber.
Thank you very much for joining us. Tiara Mack. We can't hear you, Tiara.
Hey, I'm sorry. How are you? I'm actually outside getting some sun with this. So my name is Tiara Mack. I was actually invited by my mother, Vanessa Guyton, consulting experts in Hush No More. I own Rooted Vibrations. I am a Reiki practitioner and an herbalist. So my goal is basically to be bringing healing and things to the community in a natural alternative way. So that's my main goal. And I'm glad to be here. I'm just willing to learn and see how much I can take in. And it's a good experience. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here. Tom Ledbetter.
I'm here.
Hi, Tom.
I'm in my car. I am thrilled to see these efforts come to fruition. Absolutely thrilled. I'm Tom Ledbetter. I work with Midlands Technical College along with Chuck. I work with students, faculty, staff, and members of the communities we serve to help people either start businesses or sustain an existing business. So just thrilled to see this come to fruition.
Thank you very much, Tom. Teresa Wright. Teresa? Okay, we have someone registered as father and son bartending.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My name is Edward Finley, and I own Father and Son Bartending. It's a mobile bartending service. I've been in business for about 4 years now, and I'm just trying to learn more about what resources are available. And we just provide bar services for weddings, grand openings for businesses, graduation parties. It's a full service bar service that brings the bar to you, to your location.
Oh, well, great. Well, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
There are some of you that call by phone. I don't have a name. If you would introduce yourself, tell us whether you're a prospective participant or whether you're a community partner. Anyone else? Okay, well, thank you again. I know that was a little long introduction, but I think we get a lot out of hearing each other's story and why we're participating. I really, once again, want to thank our community partners. We are a small community, and as we work together, this will be a very successful program. We can't do it by ourselves. We need the input of our community. So I thank the community partners for joining us today. And I thank you for the commitment you've already made to the Chamber to help make this program successful. That means help make these businesses very successful. So I'm going to share my screen again. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Well, great. Thank you very much. As I said, Greenville has been in the program. They're entering their 9th cohort. And the data we have, you hear us talk about so far, of course, will have to be Greenville's data. But we're saying that we can replicate, duplicate, or even exceed what we have from Greenville. According to the data Greenville has collected from the start of their program, more than $26 million in contracts have been awarded to program participants since their program started. In addition, Greenville has seen that their participants, former participants, have put more than 250 full-time equivalent employees to work. So that really is not only the dollars and cents, but employing members of the community. The Mba Service Model is a very particular service model. That service model offers a very wide spectrum of what a business needs. Here on your screen is just a sample of and a brief summary of what you will experience. Of course, we talked about NRIs. You've heard several people talk about NRIs, and you're going to get a more in-depth information from NRIs in a few minutes. But their streetwise MBA curriculum. There's also CEO and peer mentoring groups, case studies, and there's a growth plan. And believe me, that growth plan is very, very important. The assessment of your business. You will have coaches. Hopefully some of you on the program, if you're not participants, some of you are going to volunteer to be coaches, mentors to these businesses. Technical assistance. There will be pitch sessions to corporations in our region. There will be opportunities for exposure to businesses, as well as introduction and referrals to businesses in our communities. There are leadership sessions with MBA alumni. Now I have to twist Nika White's hand in Greenville. Since this is our first year, perhaps we can get something coordinated with Greenville so you can understand more of what a business goes through since they've been at it for a while. But startups and emerging businesses, hearing from them, I think you will learn quite a bit going through that. And their opportunity to engage as an ambassador, a coach, investor, advisor. Look, what we're saying here is, yeah, once when you graduate, we're going to ask you to give back to the community so other businesses can grow like you, no doubt will. Now, this is interesting for me. I met Wendell on several conversations that we've had with the Greenville Chamber, and immediately understood that Wendell understood what businesses need. He's been through the gamut with the Greenville program. And he is a tremendous gentleman, and Wendell will be the instructor for the program. In addition to Wendell will be Tanisha Dambril Pierre. She's a program manager and partnership person with Enterprise. Now I put both of them together, but I'm going to ask Tanisha to go first. You've heard us talk about the Enterprise program. Tanisha, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure I've read places where this is an award-winning program, and everyone who's been through it has talked so highly about it. So Tanisha, would you give us some more background about Enterprise and what participants will experience?
Absolutely. And I thank you, Henry, for that introduction. Again, good morning, everyone. My name is Tanisha Dambril-Pierre. I'm the National Partnerships Program Manager at Enterprise. And I'm here to share all things Streetwise MBA with you. So I'm hearing all the excitement about the program, which is always good ground to start on. Henry, do we have a slide just with the curriculum overview at all for reference?
Let's see.
There we go. That's good. That's a good place to start.
Okay.
So you all are like, what exactly are we talking about when we talk about this MBA program? And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to have about 6 to 7 months of the Streetwise MBA curriculum. Henry just mentioned there's some additional things. There's a coaching component. There's some opportunities to pitch to corporations, some technical assistance, but I'm going to talk specifically about what the Enterprise curriculum looks like. And so we follow a modular outline. You have 4 main modules and then 1 smaller module. Those modules include the business strategy and leadership. That's going to be your first module. Those are 3 sessions and 2 live cases. I'll talk a little bit about live cases in a bit. Then you have your financial module, which is module 2, where you're going to go through some of those high level financial documentations and things that you need to know about your finances. And I know Wendell's going to talk a little bit about it too, because that's his jam, the financial module. Then you have module 3, which is sales and marketing. Then you have module 4, which talks about your resources, your people, your talent, your finances, and contracting. The cool thing about our program is we don't just present this information to you. We ask you all to give what you know. And so when we talk about the program components, we're talking about you are CEOs who have been doing business for X amount of years, and you probably know more than you think you know. And so there's a lot of peer learning that happens. And Wendell presents a wealth of knowledge, but also he facilitates dialogue between the companies in the program to really drive that knowledge forward. And at Enterprise, sort of our tagline is, this is the program that teaches you the knowledge, know-how, and gives you the networks that you need to grow. And so that peer learning comes in the form of peer learning in the classroom, but also CEO mentoring groups, which are outside of the classroom. You and a few other of your cohort members are going to gather together for about an hour and a half every so often throughout the program, and you're going to have some specific discussions. Another aspect of the program in which I'm extremely excited to hear just how many partners are online are the guest experts. Henry said this, we are not in this by ourselves, we're in this together. The program is designed in a way to bring in experts from your community, financial experts, those in procurement, etc., during certain sessions. So you'll see the first guest experts come in during module 2. Those are going to be your finance people, your CFOs, your CPAs, and the chamber is going to work with the community members to bring in the right folks for those sessions. I mentioned live cases earlier. So this is not a program where we're going to hand you a case study on Tylenol. We are going to ask you to look at your own business and present a case to your cohort members. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. It can be a little bit uncomfortable, especially in that finance module, but it is worth it. It's going to allow you to dig deep and look at your business as a case and allow the other cohort members to give you feedback and add ideas and things of that nature. And then there's session prep. So this is not a program you're just going to breeze by. Let me make that very clear. This is an executive level program. This is for the person who is like, all right, I am ready to stop working just in my business and I want to work on my business. I want to strategize and I want to plan. What that means is there's some session prep, AKA homework, okay, that will come with the program. There's readings, there's 2 books, there's articles, there's an e-learning platform on Enterprise Connect, which is our online platform. Once you're in the class, you'll know a little bit more about that. And then the final major component of this program is your 3-year strategic growth action plan. Okay, it's called the SGAP. I know Greenville lovingly calls it the SGAP. And this is going to be the pinnacle of what this program is about. You are going to leave this program with an actual document that's going to lay all those ideas that are up here that are just juggling around. You're going to put those on paper. And with the help of Wendell, he's going to walk you through with a lot of feedback and your coaches of how to really tighten that up and make that make sense to you. Okay, I talked about a 5th module. That module is not really represented here. It should be. That's our fault. It's the module where you do your final presentation. So you're going to go through this iterative process where about at the end of every module, you'll have a growth plan draft due to Wendell. And this is where you will take this iterative process of you learning as you go and applying as you go and saying, okay, from this module, this is what I want to take from this, and this is what I want to add to my growth plan. Wendell's going to give you that feedback. Your coach is going to give you that feedback. Your community members, hopefully your family, your partner, you bounce ideas off of them. And at the end of the 13 sessions, you're going to come out with this paper copy of your growth plan, but also you're going to do a final presentation before your cohort members, before your community members and the partners who've been a part of this program for feedback, for one last hurrah of here's my presentation, here's what I'm moving forward with, what do you think? Okay, and that's going to be your session 13. That's going to be your final presentation. That's the 5th module. So I like to say that this program, and I actually just did a series of alumni interviews recently with folks across the country. By the way, Enterprise, our network spans across the country, Bermuda and the Virgin Islands, as well as Puerto Rico. And I was speaking to some alumni recently, and I said to them, if you could speak to a business owner who was thinking about joining this program, what would you say? And every single one of them said, do it. Do it. It is an investment in your business. It is worth the year-long commitment. It is worth going through all the session prep. It is worth the iterative process of doing your growth plan. I've gained so much from it. I have such great relationships with the fellow CEOs in my cohort, et cetera, et cetera. They can't say enough about it. And I'm not saying that because I work for Enterprise. I'm saying that because that's what they said. And so, I do want to definitely also share with you all, please ask us questions. This is the time right now. Get your questions out there. And, myself, Henry, and Wendell are on the line to answer anything that you need to know. So thank you, Henry.
I'm muted. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Wendell
Henry.
Jones. Wendell is the instructor. He's the guy you will either come to love or come to hate. Wendell.
Here, before I go, I think Karen was trying to say something to you.
Oh, Karen?
Okay, I meant to tell y'all, I'm gonna need to apologize. My squad, so I have to wear masks from time to time, and I might be interrupted. But I did want to come in and do I'm gonna be in the Amen corner for Tanisha from someone who's gone through the Enterprise program. So Tanisha mentioned that you would be uncomfortable, but I can tell you from experience, nobody has ever grown in their comfort zone. It's when you step out and get out of your comfort zone. And the good news is that you will be surrounded by a window and the community leaders that'll be participating. The 3-year growth plan, I graduated in 2018. I am still massaging and updating my growth plan as time goes on. It is worth its weight in gold. And then the other thing that I want to mention, because Tanisha tapped on it, she said she talked to the alumni. You have access or will have access to the Enterprise portal, which is the community of all of the small businesses that you will, even though we're still connected to our cohort, I have access to other small businesses throughout almost the world, whichever their reach is. So when I have challenges or questions or things, not any place to sell, but when I have challenges or questions, I can go to that portal and just type in, hey, I'm looking for this resource, or have you guys had this issue? And the wealth of knowledge that comes back from that community is phenomenal. So I wanted to add those just three things, because the program sells itself. I'll just put it out there. And it is true. You have to work on and not in. And this is the vehicle that I use to be able to do that, to grow my business.
Thank you very much, Karen. Well said. Wendell.
I can just say everything they just said. That's what you can expect. But listen, I'm excited to be able to come back to Columbia. As my friends, when I was in college, used to call it the Metro. I'm looking forward to coming to teach with you guys. I am the facilitator, not the instructor. Facilitator, as Tanisha alluded to. My goal is to come down and get us to learn together. We're going to create a community around this program, a community where we're going to experience a range of emotions. I'm going to go ahead and warn you about that. But as Karen said, we're going to come out of this thing so much better. So I'm excited to be a part of that. Listen, I am a huge believer of this program because I don't consider myself just to be a facilitator. I consider myself to also be a client. I use this in my businesses consistently, and it does work. And just to share a little bit with you guys, just to kind of add a bow onto what everybody else has said. My first year as a facilitator for this program was 2020. And guys, you know what happened in 2020. We started off that year and everybody was excited. Everybody was saying 2020 was clear vision and everybody was pumped up. It's going to be the best year of our lives. And then March came and we were afraid to touch each other because we had COVID. And I wondered how this program would fare in the midst of all of this fear. But what happened was absolutely amazing. I think what COVID did for that group of cohorts in Greenville is it cleared the clutter and it allowed them to become incredibly focused. And guys, believe it or not, I am not exaggerating. Our cohorts increased their business during 2020 by leaps and bounds because again, they've zeroed in, they had more time to commit to it, obviously, but the focus of it is and the execution of it. We're gonna do our best job to give you the information, but we can't do anything about the application. That's on you. But I promise you, if you apply this, you will see immediate results, as Karen and Tanisha had said to you. It's phenomenal because here's what I think about it. Those of you who end up being in the program, I'm going to sound like a broken record around this word here: systems. systems. It teaches you systems, and in conjunction with systems, it teaches you principles. But I like to look at it like this: it lets you in on the secrets. It lets you in on the secrets to success, secrets to business, secrets to continuity, secrets to stability, so that you can scale, so that you can grow. And here's something, listen, let's just address the elephant in the room for a minute. This is catered to minority businesses because we struggle to get in the door. We struggle to be considered on the same footing as others. This has the ability, this information begins to level the playing field for you. If you will execute this information, what you bring to the table can no longer be denied. It won't. And it will begin to set you apart from your counterparts. And it will allow you to have more time to work on the business as opposed to being sucked into the vacuum of being in the business. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm a champion of it because it's working for me and it's working for others. It worked for us in one of the most difficult years we faced, definitely the most difficult year I faced in my lifetime. And so COVID proved to me that these principles are transcendent. They're able to overcome hurdles. So I hope you guys will strongly consider to be a part of this. And when you show up, let's do the work. Henry said, y'all gonna love or hate me. Nah, you're not gonna hate me. You're gonna love me. We're gonna become best friends, and we're gonna make sure you guys can make some money, but also make sure that the longevity of your business is intact. Thank you, Henry.
Oh, thank you so very much, Wendell. I appreciate it. I'm going to share my screen one more time. The application process. Can you guys see that? There's certain criteria that we go through. Eligibility. We're going to talk about eligibility. There are certain basic we look at. Of course, you've heard about minority, female-owned, racial, along racial lines, ADA lines. We are looking for minority businesses in our community to help build our community, build those businesses in our community. Of course, that's the minority line, but also eligibility as far as what your business is doing now. What is your gross revenue now? We're looking at a cutoff point of between $200,000 and $250,000. Some programs go up to 10 million. Tanisha, we have put like 5 million, between 250,000 and 5 million in ours. But if you don't, you said, well, look, I'm 175. Okay. Don't let that stop you. Please don't let that stop you from applying. Apply anyway. There are other things that may be going on in your businesses that might cause you to be one of the best candidates we could possibly have. So please don't let that stop you. Participation. Not only whether you participate, but who participates. We need the CEO. We don't need your plant manager. We don't need your number 3. We need you. We need the business owner, the CEO, the decision maker participating. And we need you to show up. You're not going to get anything out of it if you register, and you may come sometimes and you don't come others. Okay. There is an interview process and a selection process. We can go into more detail about that. Then the investment. What is your investment? Our program is a program that would that we've sent flyers out. You know, it says to participate in our program is $500. There is a caveat there. If you cannot afford it, you can self-nominate yourself for a scholarship. The other participation requirement I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention this. We would love for you to be a Columbia Chamber partner. We'd love for you to be a chamber partner to participate in our program. Next is, here's some timelines. Here is a timeline. The application deadline is December 10. We will have a tremendous kickoff. January 19th, you'll hear more about the kickoff and what we're going to do coming up. It's going to be loads of fun. And the financial workshop, first major program will be on February 2nd. Now you've heard a lot of information. And I know you have lots of questions. Please, I think Tanisha said it, and so did Karen. Ask questions. And especially since I have both Wendell and Tanisha here, ask questions. They know, they've been around it, and they have the expertise. So I'm going to open it up for you to start asking questions. Do we have any in the questions?
Regine Rucker here. What is the average size of the cohorts?
Okay. We look to go between 8 and 12. I know that there have been classes. I believe Wendell could testify this. I think Greenville has had as many as 20, or aim for as many as 20. We're looking for between 8 and 12. This is our first year. We want to get it right. So we're not going to aim for 20. We're going to do between 8 and 12.
Thank you.
David Belton here. Does it matter about the industry that you're in? I know there's a revenue and you still want to supply even if you don't meet that criteria, but what about the industry?
That's a great question. I'm going to lean on both Tanisha and Wendell to answer that. My first thought would be we would like to have some sort of broad expanse of the community. But Tanisha, do you want to add anything, or Wendell?
Yep, all industries are welcome. I will say that franchises are, this program's not really tailored to franchises, but industries and all industries in general are welcome to take the program.
Tanisha, and this again, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry I can't remember this, but I want to put it out there for y'all to discuss. I want to say there was very limited replication of industry when I went through the program, because there's going to be some sharing of, I don't want to call it PII because it's not PII, it's going to be BII or BPII, business personal information. So there may be some challenges with having your competition in the same room and you sharing that information. So Henry, we can get back and kind of touch base with Tanisha and Wendell on that and how we would approach that, because I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable if they're in there with their competition. We can talk through that one. Unless Tanisha, you or Wendell have an answer to that.
Wendell, I'll let you chime in. I know since you've gone through the program and had some folks that are in the same industry and how we approach that.
We really kept it simple, everybody. First of all, we do consider that when we're going through the interview process, and we do the simple thing. We ask, well, this person's in, being in the program. How do you guys feel about being in the program together? And so we don't try to decide that for them. And so we try to keep it that simple, but also just in the interviewing process, some of those decisions can be made behind the scenes. But more than likely, if both parties in similar industries or the exact industry appear to be able to really contribute a lot to a program, the sensible thing to do is bring them together and see how they will feel about being in the program together. 9 times out of 10, most of these relationships aren't relationships of animosity. They're eager to work together anyway.
Fantastic. Any other questions?
So
guys.
what are the general eligibility requirements?
I'm sorry, Debbie? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was saying, what are the general eligibility requirements?
that you, first, your minority business, and fit in any of those classifications of minority. That you, the general is that your income is between, your gross revenue is between 200,000 and 5 million. That you participate, definitely that you participate. And then you're willing to make the investment that is not just show up at the classroom, but there are the times that there are projects that you have to work on. There are things that you need to do. You need to meet with your coaches and things like that.
Okay, thank you.
Henry, was there also a employee / contractor?
And yeah, you're absolutely right, Karen. I did miss that point. Another requirement is that you have at least one employee. And the question has come up about, well, I have a business and I don't actually have an employee. I have full-time contractors or the like. And I'd like to hear what Tanisha and Wendell has to say about it. But our recommendation is that if you have contractors, full-time contractors, then that to me qualifies you. Any deviation from that, Tanisha or Wendell?
So just the methodology around why we determine, there should be someone else running your business while you can take a step back to actually participate in this program. So that's kind of the reason why we want to make sure you have at least one FTE to be able to participate.
Fantastic. And I did not know that, so I learned something. So that limitation is put in effect so that your business is being run while you're in this program, because it is a commitment of time. Thank you very much. Question. Monique.
Hi, Henry. Just wanted to add in for businesses that may not meet the criteria for the program initially. And so the Entrepreneurial Pathways program is the feeder program into MBA. And so with that program, if you are not at 250, but you are in business, you're working, you need some fundamental foundational work, then that's what the Small Business Development Center is here to assist with. We do startup really well, but we also do existing business, growing businesses. And maybe your business just isn't there quite yet. And maybe it is just you. And so we offer a 10-course, approximately 20-week program that really should give you the opportunity to go through some foundational training, give you some time to be in your business, work your business, and then hopefully next year, you're better positioned to reapply to MBA. So definitely don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I'm just not there and there's no options. We are definitely here to support, and we partner very closely with the chamber. So we're excited about, again, doing the same thing in Greenville, doing the same thing here in Columbia that we've done in Greenville.
Thank you very much. And Nick is quite right. We have formed a very close partnership. We will go through the process. We will go through looking at every application that comes through. We won't just throw those applications in file 13 and says, hey, you don't qualify. No, we have partners out there like SBDC, where we will say, hey, this is a program we think you would be greatly interested in. And we will make that connection. We will help you make that connection. So don't feel like you have to, if you don't make it through ours, you can participate in some way. We have other partners who have asked us, Monique, to do some of the same thing. I am glad this is catching on in our community. I don't care if our partners become competitive with each other. That's a good thing. I like that. Right. I like that very much. But thank you, Monique. She's absolutely right. There was a question, I think, with father and son barbershop, if they were too small. Okay, can I get you to ask your question?
It was pretty much answered with the financial minimum because, like I said, I'm a very small bartending service, and I was just wondering, if I even fit within this program, but maybe not at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, and I understand that, and that's why Monique, we partnered with SBDC. We understand the ecosystem. We know that we have a lot of work to do on our ecosystem here. Not everybody is there, but we want to help them get there. So thank you very, very much for that. But look, I'd love to see your application, however, because what you're saying, man, maybe I don't qualify. There may be a difference. I see Wendell is ready to chime in.
And Monique doesn't need me to praise what they do, but I will, because one of the things that we ran into in Greenville, guys, is that sometimes when they didn't qualify for the MBA program, they view the EP program, Entrepreneurial Pathways, as almost, Monique, forgive me for saying, like it was a remedial thing or whatever. That is not the case, guys. That is not the case whatsoever. It is an outstanding program and curriculum. The thing with MBA is that it comes in with some expectations that you've been in business a while, and there are some things that you already understand. There are some systems that you have in place, particularly around the financial component, so that you can keep up with the curriculum and the pace of the curriculum. So those are some things that are going to be considered. But please, by all means, if you fall below the 200,000 threshold, what have you, please apply anyway. And if you over there with Monique and those great people over there at SBDC, I promise you're in good hands, and they will prepare you for the MBA program the next year.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hey, this is John Gathers here. I've been listening and appreciated all the feedback. And it just has my wheels turning. I got a few clients here. I work with Alan and Monique. Okay. And traditionally, business owners have a very big struggle tearing away from the working in to work on. That is a very challenging thing. And it needs to be connected with hopefully tangible outcomes. So if I'm saying I'm going to help, this program is going to help you become bankable. This program can help you get the contract that you've been looking for. This program, so if you guys can kind of help me filter the outcomes and kind of make those very specific and, a little bit more tangible for me, it would help me kind of, number one, figure out who's the best fit for the program, just in terms of they could actually get into it and get, some type of tangible outcome out of it. And then it would also help me learn more about the program. So as I'm going through and working with different clients, I can say, you know what, you need a little bit more financial help that I can give you in this current role. So you know what, MBA may be, a little bit more in depth. So, it's a year-long commitment. So
let me jump in here, Harry, because I want to be respectful of everybody's time. We committed to an hour. Hi, Mr. Weathers. I can tell you from the person that went through the program, they will get all of that, which is why they want you to be in business a certain amount of time, have already gone through having to deal with financials, whatever. This is the program that takes you truly from working on to walking in to working on, and that you walk away with a strategic growth plan that you have created for yourself with assistance that tells you how to get access, tells you how to, ensure that your financials are in line and that you're not underbidding or overbidding, and you truly understand your profit margins, all those things. It gives you a full marketing plan of what you need to do to grow your business. I started in 2018 with this program and I'm still working on it. We're over $1 million in revenue. So that doesn't happen by mistake. A person I know says, success leaves clues. So I'll be happy to give you some more insight. I'm sure Henry will as well. You and I can talk because we're neighbors. So I'll be happy to help you decipher, but it's really, there are multiple programs in Columbia. Fast Track is one of them. I went through Fast Track, but this one built on what I learned in Fast Track. I actually went through Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business. This one also built through that. So it is truly for that business that's been around for a minute. I think minimum 2 years, and to take you to the next level. So Henry, I'm going to sign off with the doctors here.
Henry, if I may, I'll just quickly chime off some bullets here to answer that question. So some things you'll get, truly, you'll gain more confidence around your overall leadership. You'll be able to have a better understanding of regular use of your financial data and analysis. You'll gain more confidence in retaining existing customers and customer acquisition in general. You'll know how to make more of an effective case for additional funding. You'll be able to use well thought out procedures and address human resource needs. You'll understand the value of government contracts and how to gain them and confidence applying for them. And you'll gain more knowledge in your sales strategy and your marketing.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate both the answers. They were both very helpful. And again, I will be definitely talking with people about the program. I think it's something that the community needs, it's going to benefit from. And there is a huge minority gap just in terms of capacity and the pathway to growth and upward mobility here in this region. So I appreciate you guys for what you're doing.
Thank you. That's one of the things that I find very, very encouraging about our community, that when I called out to SBDC, the city, when I called out to Midlands Tech, I talked to both of the gentlemen on the line from Midlands Tech. When we called out the different members of our community, you guys stepped up. You stepped up. Can we be a funnel for you? Can we serve in different capacities? I want to say thank you, because without you, we could not make this a success we want to make it. So thank you very much. I am going to be respectful of your time. In the chat, you'll see a link for the application. Please, whether you think you qualify or not, apply. We'll scan through it. We will do the vetting process, and we will get back to you. And that's also a way for us to say, maybe you need to try this program, the SBDC or Fast Track, or we will refer you to our partners if we can't help you. So again, thank you very much for taking the time out of your Friday morning to join us. I appreciate it, and we hope to see you participating in our program. Thank you, Wendell. Thank you, Tanisha, and I'm looking forward to starting this process. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.